Hey everybody, this is Keith Gleason, host of Indie Comics Relay, creator of the Mighty Mascots, and promoter for the Plastic City Comic Con. And I'm here with another indie comic recommendation video. Before I get into that, just a reminder that Mighty Mascots issue 10, triple sized issue, is available right now on Indiegogo. It's you know, we're looking at about 60 pages at least on this issue. You can get in for as little as $10 plus shipping. And then also on top of that, I have the Mighty Mascots Breakfast Brawler figures that are available on this campaign for the first time. I'm trying to get down here so I could show them off to you. They are right here. So you get the 3D, our first 3D printed heroes get their first 3D printed toys. So there's 4 sets of 2. You get 2 mascots in each set, plus a trading card and a temporary tattoo with each set. If you buy all 4 sets, you get the glow-in-the-dark Mondo absolutely free. There's perks on the campaign where you can mix and match the ones that you want. And then, like I said, if you buy all 4, I will throw in the Mondo absolutely free. It's other cool stuff like the trade paperbacks. And also we got 2 variant covers for this campaign. So check it out. And back if you can, or get the word out. We appreciate any of that stuff here. So, all right. So I've been doing these videos for a while now. So every month I go through my previews, which is the diamond catalog that all the comics are, the comic stores pre-order from. And it's usually a couple months out before the release dates. So I do my order with DCBS, and I go through the diamond catalog every month. So I thought, why not make a video for, titles that look cool to me? I usually pick up about 5 or 6 that look interesting. Now, this isn't everything in diamond. It's just stuff that appeals mostly to me, but I think that other people would enjoy these books as well. And I usually give an explanation on why and everything like that. So without further ado, let's get into November's picks. All right, first up is Let This One Be a Devil. This is a #1 issue. This is by writer James Tynion and Steve Fox. Art is by Peter Kowalski. And this is from Dark Horse. It doesn't say whether this is a mini series or not. I'm guessing it is because it's part of the True Weird mystery stories that James Tynion was doing. The first one was I think the first 2 were the Blue Book series that he did. That was like a recounting of like alien invasion, or, alien sightings and things like that. And this one appears to be about the Jersey Devil, which is kind of interesting. I'm going to guess it may be 3 or 4 issues, depending on how long the story is. The alien one, the Blue Book, was, I think, 3 issues for one and 5 issues for the other, something like that. And each had a backup story with true weird, instances that have happened in the past and all over the place. But if you want to order Let This One Be a Devil #1, this is a diamond code. Now, this is the code that you give to your retailer if you have a pull list at your local shop, or some stores have an online pre-order. You give them this diamond code. They know what this is, and they'll be able to order it for you. And it's the best way to make sure that you get the comic, because some stores don't order a lot of indie books, and that's my experiences. I'm in Massachusetts, and I probably got about 10 stores within a 50-mile radius. And I would say maybe 2 or 3 of them goes real heavy with indie, and the other ones are mostly just mainstream Marvel, DC, Image, and sometimes Dark Horse. And so the best way to get indie books, pre-order, give them this diamond code, let them know that you saw it on our channel. And I think this book looks great. So check that one out. Let This One Be a Devil. All right, moving on to our second pick. This is The Power Lords #1. This is, I think, a 3-issue miniseries. This is part of the Nacellverse, who they've been doing a bunch of toy lines as comic books lately. They did The Great Garloo. They did Biker Mice from Mars, and they just started the Sectors this month. And now they have the pre-order for Power Lords, which is an old toy line. I don't think Power Lords ever had a cartoon. I could be wrong about that. Let me know in the comments if that was a cartoon. I remember it being more of a toy. And this guy right here in the middle was I think his name was Adam Powers. And I was so young when this came out that I can remember it. I don't think I had this toy, but I remember the commercials vividly. So I'm curious about the comic. I'd love to learn about this guy. It looks pretty gnarly, with the blue skin and like the red veins and everything, and all these funky looking aliens. So it looks good. I mean, I read a couple in this Nacellverse, and it's varying quality, across the line. But I believe they're making toys and everything like that. So yeah, Power Lords looks cool though. I want to check it out. So this is the diamond code up here that you would give your retailer. Let them know that you want Power Lords. And I think it's a 3-issue miniseries if it follows all the other Nacellverse stories, because they've been like 3-issue minis and one shots and stuff. So all right, so check that one out. Moving on, our third pick this month is Badger Mad Monkey Shock and Roll, 1 of 5. Now, this is an old school character that when I was first getting into comics was, mid to late 80s. And Badger was all over the place. He's one of those indie characters that was around. And I remember I did read a few of the Badger minis, and I remember he was kind of like like he had a multiple personality disorder. It was like one of the first characters I ever seen with that, next to Moon Knight, because I was aware of Moon Knight very early on. But this one was I remember did more the potential of the multiple personality disorder. And Badger, I believe, was the one dominant personality that knew martial arts. And he was often kind of lumped in with Wolverine, but I think he was a little more than that. I don't know. But I'm excited to see him back. I'm also excited to see First Comics coming back into the limelight here, because I believe that's where Badger premiered so long ago in the 80s. So, but also Mike Barron, I think, was the creator of Badger, and he's back on this title. And Val Merrick, that's an old school name too. I like his artwork a lot. Covers by John McCrae. So this is really cool. So I'm definitely going to check this out. I haven't read Badger in years, so I'm looking forward to seeing how different it is, and things like that. So check it out, First Comics. If you want to order Badger, it's a 5-issue mini, according to this. This is the diamond code that you would give your retailer. Let them know you want Badger and you want indie books. All right, so moving on to our fourth pick. This is EC's Cruel Kingdom, #1, from Oni Press Incorporated. Now, I believe this might be a 5-issue mini. This EC has been relaunched over at Oni Press. They've been doing, Cruel Universe, I think, was one of them, and the Epitaphs from the Abyss. It's all like old school EC properties where, Tales from the Crypt came from, and they had all these other ones. And I was unfamiliar with this one called Cruel Kingdom. And this is an anthology that takes a look at dark fantasy. So I thought that was kind of cool. And they have some good creators working on it. Chris Condon, who was the writer on That Texas Blood, and I think he's going to be doing the upcoming Ultimate Wolverine. That Texas Blood is an excellent series. It's one of those ones I reviewed on the channel way back when the channel was first starting. And I remember I was kind of lukewarm on it, but now, but I kept reading, and it's become a really great book. Al Ewing, who did his Hulk run, and Greg Pak, who's done some awesome books, some awesome work as well. So it's like an anthology, and I've talked anthologies on this channel a bunch, and I like a really good one. I don't remember if I've ever seen one about dark fantasy. So this is kind of neat. So it could be like a horror with a fantasy aspect, that kind of thing. So if you want to check out the revival of EC, Cruel Kingdom #1, give them this diamond code, let them know you want the entire series. If it follows the pattern of the other EC series that Oni's been releasing, it's about 5-issue miniseries. So I really wish they would put that on Diamond's website here. It just makes things easier. It's weird how it's so inconsistent. Like some show it, some don't. I don't know if it's, publishers are supposed to let you know that or what. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, check that out. All right. We got two more entries left here. So the fifth one here is Return of the Living Dead #1. Now, this is based off the 1985 movie, Return of the Living Dead. This is I guess a sequel to that, more so. I know they made like, 4 of those? 3 or 4 of those. And this one seems to be a sequel to just the original one. And from the description here, it says that it's set in like an amusement park. And then they bring in of course, the trioxin 245, which creates all these zombies. This was such a fun movie back in the day. It's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek kind of take on the Return of the Living on the Living Dead. I mean, and this cover is kind of like an homage to the movie poster, and We're Back. I think it's a great cover, actually. Really like it. And American Mythology, they've been keeping an eye on them. My from my first miniseries that we ever did called Hero Envy, my artist on issues 2 and 3 does work for these guys. He works often on the Three Stooges comic that they have, and I think he's done some other books over there. And so I've been kind of keeping an eye on this company. They've been snatching up a lot of old school like horror movie franchises. Like I think they had I know they had My Bloody Valentine, and I think they might have had Silent Night, Deadly Night. So they're buying like these slasher properties and things like that. So this is really cool. I like Return of the Living Dead is one that's been untapped, for a while. I know that you see a lot of Night of the Living Dead, but you never see Return of the Living Dead, which kind of has like a fun style to the movie. So I'm looking forward to this. So if you want to order Return of the Living Dead, this is the diamond code. Give your retailer, let them know that ICR sent you. All right. And our final book, which I'm kind of really excited for, Silverhawks #1. This is from Dynamite Comics. This is, I believe, an ongoing series. This is written by Ed Brisson and artist by George Kambadius, I think is how you say it. Now, Silverhawks is one of those properties, if you grew up in the 80s, about. It was like around the time of Thundercats, He-Man, Transformers, all that fun stuff. And Dynamite is gonna kill my wallet with all these properties. They have snatching up all the Saturday morning stuff and bringing it back into comic form. I'm currently reading all the Thundercats books, the Space Ghost, the Johnny Quest one. Oh my God, they got so many more coming too. I signed up for this, and then I know they're going to be doing like Ben 10. They're going to be doing Thundar the Barbarian, and a handful of others. I almost want to tweet to them, where's the Rubik the Amazing Cube series? But this looks fun. Ed Brisson is a solid writer. I've liked some of the stuff he's done on Iron Fist, and then he most recently was doing a Batman Incorporated series starring Ghostmaker. And that was a good one. It was really good. So Ed Brisson, I think, might be the right person for this book. And it's Silverhawks. Now, they got Silverhawks, Thundercats. Now all they need is Tiger Sharks. But yeah, look up Tiger Sharks. It is very much in the line of Thundercats and Silverhawks. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this. And of course, Dynamite has a million covers for this, like they do every book. So, but we won't fault them for that. I'm only going to buy the one, usually the A cover. So, but all right. If you want to get I was going to say Thundercats. You want to get Silverhawks. This is the diamond code that you give your retailer and let them know that ICR sent you. All right. So that is it for this month's picks for the Indie Comics recommendations. Please join us every other Monday night for our live stream. Me, Harry, and Johnny. We talk to indie creators, have a little fun, just talk pop culture and indie comics. And yeah, like, subscribe, share our videos. Our channel's filled with comic reviews and other things, helpful tips, things like that. And yeah, most importantly, read some comics, everybody. All right, have a great week. We'll talk to you later. Bye.